What if I told you the universe is not made of things, but of vibrations? That everything, your thoughts, your emotions, your reality, is just energy vibrating at different frequencies. And right now, your frequency might be the only thing standing between the life you have and the life you want. We've all felt it before. Days when everything flows, you wake up feeling alive, ideas click, people respond with warmth. And other days, everything feels heavy, like you're walking through mud. That's not random. It's vibration. Every moment, you're broadcasting an energetic signal, like a radio tower, sending waves into the quantum field. And the universe? It responds. It mirrors the frequency you emit. That's why when you're filled with gratitude or peace, life seems to unfold magically. But when you're stuck in fear, doubt, or anger, everything feels blocked. So here's the real question. How do you tune your inner frequency to align with your highest vibration? And what does that even mean in scientific or quantum terms? Let's start with a strange experiment, one that changed how scientists view reality itself. The double-slit experiment. When particles of light were fired through two slits, they behaved like waves, spreading energy in patterns. But when they were observed, something impossible happened. They stopped acting like waves and became solid particles. The act of observation, consciousness itself, changed how matter behaved. Think about that. The universe literally responds to awareness, meaning your focus, your vibration, your state of being are not passive. They're creative forces shaping what becomes real. Now let's decode this idea of quantum frequency. In the simplest sense, everything vibrates. From your heartbeat to your thoughts, energy moves in waves. Each emotion, each idea carries a measurable frequency. Gratitude, love, joy, they vibrate at higher, coherent frequencies. Fear, shame, guilt, lower, chaotic ones. It's not just philosophy. The HeartMath Institute has proven that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field detectable several feet away. And this field changes based on emotion. Your vibration isn't metaphorical, it's measurable. So when spiritual teachers talk about raising your vibration, they're actually describing a real energetic shift, one that the quantum field can feel. Imagine two tuning forks side by side. Hit one, and the other begins to vibrate without ever being touched. Why? Because they share the same frequency. Now picture your mind and the universe as those tuning forks. When you hold a vibration, say love, abundance, confidence, the universe begins to resonate with that energy. It sends back opportunities, people, and experiences that match your frequency. Not because of luck, but resonance. That's why you can't attract abundance from a mindset of lack. The signal doesn't match. Most people don't even realize they're tuning to the wrong station. They think, I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll feel peace once I'm loved. But quantum reality doesn't work that way. You don't wait to get it. You have to become it first. You broadcast the signal before the evidence shows up. That's how you shift frequencies. That's how you move from scarcity to alignment, from chaos to flow. Neuroscience now shows that thoughts trigger emotions, and emotions create biochemical signals that affect every cell in your body. So your body becomes a living broadcast tower of your internal state. Hold fear long enough, and your biology tunes itself to it. Hold love, and your entire system shifts into coherence. This is why meditation, gratitude, and visualization work. They're not woo-woo. They're ways of recalibrating your inner field, reprogramming the frequency you emit into the quantum field. You're literally training your body to match your desired reality. The truth is, you've been tuning frequencies your entire life, unconsciously. Every thought you repeat, every emotion you dwell in, is like a dial on your inner radio. And the universe keeps matching the song you're playing. If your frequency is guilt, you attract situations that confirm guilt. If your frequency is gratitude, you attract reasons to be grateful. It's not magic, it's quantum mechanics in motion. So how do you tune in consciously? Step 1, awareness. You can't change what you don't notice. Pay attention to how you feel, moment by moment. Your emotions are your frequency meter. Step 2, shift your state. When you catch yourself in low vibration, stress, fear, doubt, pause. Breathe deeply. Move your body. Focus on something that raises your state, even slightly, a memory, a song, a single word of gratitude. Step 3, hold the vibration. Stay there long enough for your body to believe it's real. Because the moment your body feels it, the quantum field begins to rearrange itself around that signal. That's when synchronicities appear. That's when life starts to feel guided. Because it is. Picture this. You're standing in an ocean of invisible waves, thoughts, emotions, possibilities, all vibrating at different frequencies. Each one a potential version of your reality. When you raise your vibration, you don't force change. You tune into the version of life that already matches your new frequency. It's like changing the station. The song of struggle fades, and the melody of alignment begins to play. But here's the secret most people never hear. It's not just about raising your frequency. It's about stabilizing it. Because the real transformation happens when your high vibration becomes your new normal. And in the next part, we'll explore the hidden quantum principle that locks your new reality in place. So you don't just feel aligned for a moment. You live there. Stay tuned, because the frequency of your future self is already calling you. Last time, we explored how your vibration isn't just a feeling. It's a frequency that interacts with the quantum field, shaping your reality. But raising your vibration is only half the story. Because here's the truth no one tells you. You can meditate, visualize, and align for hours. But if your energy collapses the moment life gets tough, you'll fall right back into the same frequency that created the problem in the first place. So how do you hold your highest vibration, even when the world tests you? How do you make your new frequency your default state? That's what this chapter is all about. Imagine your mind as a radio tuner. The universe is filled with infinite stations: joy, fear, peace, creativity, abundance. They're all broadcasting all the time, but the only one you hear is the one you're tuned into. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people keep spinning the dial unconsciously, reacting to whatever's happening around them. They let traffic, news, or other people's moods decide what frequency they vibrate on. But you have the ability to take control of the tuner. You can lock into a higher frequency intentionally, even when chaos is all around you. It's not about pretending life is perfect. It's about stabilizing your energy so outer noise doesn't pull you off your signal. And that stability, that inner coherence, is what quantum alignment really means. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, there was a woman named Maya. She'd spent most of her life feeling anxious, chasing goals but always doubting herself. She tried affirmations, meditation, manifestation, but nothing really stuck. Every time something went wrong, her energy crashed. It was like she could feel amazing one morning and completely powerless by nightfall. Then one day, she learned something that changed everything. Her mentor asked, "Maya, do you realize you're not a thermometer, you're a thermostat?" She blinked. "What do you mean?" He smiled. "A thermometer just reacts to the temperature around it. A thermostat sets the temperature. It influences its environment." That single idea hit her like lightning. She began practicing emotional awareness, noticing her energy in real time. When she felt herself slipping into old patterns, she didn't fight it. She observed, breathed, and chose differently. Slowly, her vibration stabilized. She wasn't chasing alignment anymore. She was alignment. And once that happened, her external world began to mirror it. New relationships, new career, and a deep sense of peace that no situation could shake. But here's where it gets even stranger. When scientists studied people like Maya, those who can hold higher emotional states consistently, they discovered something extraordinary happening in their biology. The HeartMath Institute found that when people feel emotions like gratitude, love, or appreciation, their heart and brain synchronize, creating what's called coherence. In that state, your electromagnetic field becomes harmonious. Your nervous system calms, your intuition sharpens, and your energy stabilizes. You're no longer a chaotic signal. You're broadcasting a clear, powerful vibration that the quantum field can easily respond to. Now, imagine living in that state, walking through life with emotional steadiness, inner power, and clarity. That's what it means to hold your highest frequency. Think of a pendulum swinging next to another pendulum. Over time, their rhythms begin to match. This is called entrainment. It's nature's way of finding harmony. Your energy field does the same thing. When you stabilize your frequency, you begin to entrain your environment. People around you start to calm down, situations align, opportunities appear. You stop chasing outcomes. They start finding you. Now, imagine if this was applied to your own life. What would change if you walked into every room radiating calm confidence? If your energy could influence reality before words were even spoken? That's the power of sustained frequency. But this is where most people get it wrong. They think raising vibration is about avoiding negative emotions, as if high frequency means being happy all the time. It doesn't. True stability means allowing emotion to move through you, without letting it define you. Resistance lowers your vibration faster than sadness ever could. When you suppress or fake positivity, you're sending mixed signals to the field. And the universe mirrors that confusion back. So instead of forcing joy, learn to flow through contrast. Acknowledge the dip, breathe, release, and return to center. That's how your vibration recovers faster, like a rubber band snapping back to alignment. Here's an example you can try yourself. A simple experiment known as the 21-day frequency reset. For 21 days, choose one high-frequency emotion to focus on. Gratitude, joy, peace, love, doesn't matter. Each morning, spend just 5 minutes feeling it, really feeling it, not just thinking the word. Picture that emotion as a color or sound expanding through your body. Then, throughout your day, notice what pulls you out of that frequency: traffic, people, stress. When it happens, pause. Take a single deep breath and recall that feeling again. By day 7, you'll notice your mood shifts faster. By day 14, synchronicities appear. And by day 21, your baseline energy feels different, lighter, calmer, more magnetic. You've trained your nervous system to stabilize a new vibration. That's quantum transformation in motion. But here's the wild part. You're not just changing your emotions, you're changing your timeline. Quantum physicists suggest that every possible version of reality already exists. Infinite parallel timelines, all vibrating at different frequencies. When you stabilize a new vibration, you're not forcing reality to change. You're aligning with a version of you that's already living that reality. That's why sudden miracles happen. You shifted frequency, and your consciousness tuned into a different timeline. Think of it like stepping from one radio station to another. The music didn't start playing because you created it. It was always there. You just tuned in. So how do you stay tuned day after day? Use what I call frequency anchors. These are small, physical actions or reminders that help you lock into a chosen vibration. It could be a certain song, a scent, a crystal, a quote on your phone, or a breathing technique. Each time your energy starts to wobble, touch that anchor, and your nervous system will remember the vibration it represents. Over time, these anchors become automatic. You don't even have to think about it. Your body learns to hold the higher frequency on its own. That's when transformation becomes effortless. Eventually, something beautiful happens. You stop trying to raise your vibration. You become it. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy move in harmony. You no longer chase alignment, you embody it. And when that happens, life becomes a mirror of your inner stability. Money flows with ease. Opportunities seem to find you. Even challenges become teachers that sharpen your frequency instead of lowering it. That's the secret. The goal isn't to avoid the storm, it's to be the calm within it. But here's the twist that most people never discover. Even when you've stabilized your frequency, there's one more level. A quantum state beyond vibration, where you're not just aligning with energy, you're becoming the field itself. That's where true manifestation happens instantly, where thought and reality merge. And in part 3, we'll explore that mystery, the 0 point, the frequency beyond frequencies. Because once you master that, you don't just tune into your highest vibration. You become the signal the universe responds to. In part 1, you learned that everything, from your thoughts to the stars, vibrates with energy. In part 2, we explored how to stabilize that vibration, so your frequency no longer depends on circumstances. Now, in this final chapter, we go beyond. Because once you've learned how to tune your frequency, there's one more realization, one that changes everything. You are not just a receiver of the field. You are the field. Let's step into the deepest layer of quantum consciousness, where alignment becomes creation itself. At the heart of quantum physics lies a strange discovery. Even in a perfect vacuum, where everything should be empty, scientists found energy. A subtle hum that never stops vibrating. They call it the 0 point field. It's the ocean beneath all existence, the infinite backdrop where every possibility already exists. And here's the shocking truth. You're not separate from it. Your consciousness is part of that field. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the ocean pretending to be a drop. When you align with your highest vibration, you begin to sense this. Moments of deep stillness where time fades. Where you're not thinking but knowing. Not chasing but receiving. That's the frequency beyond frequencies. The point of stillness that holds infinite potential. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. The quieter your energy becomes, the stronger your signal gets. Most people think high vibration means being hyped up, positive, full of excitement. But quantum mastery is a paradox. the most powerful frequency is stillness. Think of a lake. When it's turbulent, it can't reflect the sky clearly. But when it becomes still, it mirrors the heavens perfectly. Your mind works the same way. When thoughts and emotions are constantly rippling, you distort your signal. But when you reach stillness, that calm, centered awareness, you become a perfect mirror for the quantum field. That's when reality responds instantly. This is what ancient mystics called oneness, what modern physicists describe as coherence with the field, and what you might simply feel as peace, pure, unwavering presence. Let me share a story. There was a man named Daniel, a tech entrepreneur, logical, data-driven, always chasing results. He'd read about manifestation but dismissed it as wishful thinking. Until one day his life collapsed, his business failed, his relationship ended, and he hit rock bottom. In desperation, he decided to disconnect for a week. He went to the mountains, no phone, no laptop, just silence. At first, it was unbearable. His mind screamed with noise, regrets, plans, fears. But somewhere around day 3, something shifted. He stopped fighting the silence and began listening to it. A deep calm filled him. He felt connected, not to something outside, but within. When he returned home, he didn't chase opportunities, he simply was. And within weeks, everything began to flow again. Investors called, new partnerships formed, synchronicities appeared daily. He said, "It felt like the universe was moving through me, not against me." That's the 0 point in action, not control, but connection. Now imagine if you could access that state, anytime, anywhere. What would your life begin to look like? The moment you stop seeking the frequency and start being it, something profound happens. The gap between you and your desires disappears. You realize your future self isn't ahead of you in time. It's a vibration that already exists right here, right now, waiting for you to match it. This is why the 0 point isn't about doing more. It's about letting go of everything that blocks the natural signal of who you already are. Because when you let go, the universe rushes in. All right, let's bring all of this down to earth. Here are 5 daily steps to embody your highest vibration and live from the field itself. Step 1, the morning frequency tune. Before you touch your phone, before you think about the day, feel first. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what frequency do I choose to broadcast today? Is it gratitude? Confidence? Peace? Then visualize that emotion as a color or sound filling your body, radiating outward. You've just tuned your inner radio for the day. Step 2, the emotional reset breath. Throughout the day, you'll get pulled by stress or negativity. That's normal. When it happens, pause. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. As you exhale, imagine releasing static energy, letting your field reset to stillness. You've just returned to the 0 point. Step 3, the quantum journal. At night, write 1 page answering this. What emotions define my frequency today? Then ask, what do I want to feel tomorrow? This simple reflection rewires your subconscious, teaching your body to remember higher vibrations automatically. Step 4, anchor the energy. Choose a small object, a ring, a crystal, a note on your mirror. Each time you see or touch it, recall your chosen frequency. Soon, your brain will associate that object with high vibration, a physical key to re-enter alignment instantly. Step 5, practice the art of stillness. Spend 5 minutes a day in complete silence. No music, no mantras. Just breathe and listen. You're not trying to feel anything. You're remembering who you are, pure awareness vibrating through infinite space. This is where you merge with the field. This is where alignment becomes effortless. Before practicing this, life feels like a chase. Always reacting, always waiting for the next sign of alignment. Reality feels heavy, unpredictable, out of control. But after something changes, you wake up with intention instead of anxiety. You start noticing synchronicities, numbers, symbols, perfect timing. Conversations flow. Opportunities appear. You feel guided, connected, and steady. Not because life got easier, but because you got clearer. And people notice. They'll ask, what's different about you? And you'll smile, because the answer isn't something you did. It's who you finally became. At this point, the biggest realization emerges. You were never trying to attract anything. You were learning how to remember what you've always been. A living frequency of consciousness, resonating through the quantum field. You're not a small being inside a vast universe. You are the universe, expressing itself as you. Every thought, every breath, every emotion is part of the cosmic song. And when you play your note clearly, the entire symphony shifts in harmony with you. That's the power of living at your highest vibration. You're not manifesting from ego, you're co-creating from wholeness. So, here's the question I'll leave you with. If reality is responding to you, what are you broadcasting right now? Because every moment, every word, every thought, every feeling is a signal to the field. And the universe has no choice but to echo it back. When you master your frequency, you master your life. Not by control, but by coherence. Not by chasing, but by becoming. So choose your frequency consciously, live from the stillness that creates worlds. And remember, the signal you send is the life you receive. If this message resonated with you, take a moment. Pause, breathe, and feel the energy it awakened in you. Then share this frequency. Like this video if it shifted your perspective. Comment what vibration you're choosing to live in today. And subscribe for more deep dives into quantum consciousness, future reality, and the science of inner transformation. Because this is more than knowledge, it's the next evolution of awareness. You're not waiting for the universe to respond anymore. You are the response. Your highest vibration isn't something you find. It's what's been calling you home all along.